Hi, I'm Heather. Thanks so much for joining me for this 45-minute session of Yin Yoga. You can practice any time of day. It's really nice in the evening before bed to help you slow down, unwind from your day, releasing any stress or tension so that you can rest more fully and deeply. Today's class, if you'd like to have a blanket to cover up with at any point, if you feel cool, you might want to have a pillow and any other yoga supplies you like to work with. We're going to start just for a few more moments in the seated position, getting yourself comfortable wherever you are, and beginning to shift your focus more inwardly, focusing on your body. Take your awareness and scan down from your head, your neck, your shoulders, your torso, right down to your hips, your legs, and your feet. Pausing for a moment with your attention on your feet. Pausing for a moment with your attention on the soles of your feet. It's a great way to get more grounded in your body, to focus away from the mind, down your foundation, connecting you to the earth. Let's take some nice, slow, deep breaths in and out. So as you inhale, breathing in, sinking it down more fully. And as you exhale, releasing more completely. Let's practice the cleansing breath. So again, just inhaling, sinking your breath this far down towards your belly, letting it fill up from the belly upwards towards your chest. And on your exhalation, breathe out through your mouth with a nice soft sine sound. Feel your body more deeply relax and let go. We'll do that 2 more times. One more breath. We'll keep focusing on the breath as we flow through some movement. I'll invite you to come through a series of warm-ups now, starting from the head down, rotating through your neck. I'm just circling halfway, so a half circle. Just slowing it down, be really gentle with your neck. And this time, as you bring your chin down towards your chest, let's slowly lift the head up. And on your exhalation, lower your head down. And continue here for 3 more breaths. Allowing for some movement down through your torso, through your spine. So opening as you lift your chin, opening through the chest. And arching through your back as you bring your chin down, belly in. You're coming back to center on your next inhale. We'll rotate through the shoulders a few times. In the opposite direction. And then we'll bring our hands up and do some wrist circles. And then we'll release. And we'll come out of this position with the legs. So I'm just going to come to the sides. You can see the next warm up here. Hands behind, and we're going to slowly rock the legs from side to side a few times. That's it. And this time, as you drop your legs to one side, let's hold them there for a moment. Then you can turn to look to the other side. And come back to center, dropping your knees the other way and turning your head the other way. And coming back to center, we're going to bring ourselves into a seated position with the soles of the feet together, knees wide in butterfly. And we're going to do the recline version. So this is where I'm going to take the pillow behind for some support here. And I'm going to use this could be a smaller pillow, but I'm going to use my blanket here. I'm just going to make a little head support and the hips on the floor. We're going to come back, and you might need to adjust a little bit till you get comfortable in this position. You might even want some support if you have extra support for your legs. So you can slide something underneath. And we're going to get comfortable here for the next few breaths. And let your arms come up to the sides, palms up. We'll start here. You might even put something over your eyes if you have an eye pillow. Again, focusing on how your body feels here. Making sure to release any tension that you can. Could be in your face, your jaw, your neck, your shoulders, arms or hands. Breathing softly, slowly in and out. Helping your breath just a little bit slow down. Especially slowing down on your longer exhalations to help your body release and more fully relax. At any time, if you need to bring your legs out of this position, you can simply bring your hands to the outsides of your legs and push together. We'll stay here for about another minute. And for the last few breaths of our pose, if you'd like to bring your arms up over your head, and then just let them relax a bit more down towards the floor. You can bring your hands right together, keep them wide. Just feel a little bit more stretch in your arms and your shoulders. But just remember for our class tonight, for the style of yin, it's passive, it's more passive stretching. Active stretching is a little more like yang yoga, and passive when you allow your body just to let go in the pose. That's yin. You could reach your arms right over your head for more of an active stretch for a moment. And then with your next exhalation, slowly release your arms. Bring the hands to the outsides of the legs, and we'll slowly push the legs back together. For a moment, bringing the knees right together to rest and the feet wider apart for an internal rotation to counterbalance that last pose. Then we'll slowly come out of this position. If you'd like to slowly roll over onto your side. And pause here. We're going to come back to seated position. You can push it to your arms. And come into the caterpillar pose next. If you would like to assume a different posture, you can always bring your feet together, or you could bring your feet wide. You decide how you want to position yourself in this forward bend. I actually say caterpillar, so that's more like the seated traditional forward bend. Yeah, that feels good. I was changing my mind here a little too. I was thinking maybe wide, but I'm going to start off with my legs together, and you might change your support position to come over your legs, propping yourself up as much as you can. And we're just going to come over and rest, find the right position, find the right head support. If you can here. And let your arms come down. Let them be heavy, sinking. Relax your feet and your legs. And again, you can come into your most comfortable version of the forward bend. As you breathe, focusing on your breath flowing through your back. So as you inhale, feel your back opening, widening. And as you exhale, feel your back releasing, softening. If you notice your posture get a lot more comfortable and you want to go a little deeper, you can always shift If you have more than one prop, shift your props so that you can come down a little bit further with your head. We'll stay here for about 5 or 6 more breaths. Relax through your jaw. Breathing into your back and breathing out to release any tension in your back, your shoulders, your neck. To come out of this forward bend, whichever position you're in, just walk your hands slowly back, push into your hands. Come back to center, sitting up nice and tall for a moment. We're going to reach our arms back. I'm going to keep my fingers pointing forward and do a little lift through the chest. Little lift through the chin. And slowly come back to center. And we are going to we're going to try for a seated twist next. I'm going to show you again a few variations. This is one that position that I really like is when you bend both knees and you bring, say, your right hand behind you and you hook your left elbow on the outside of your left knee and you just hook your right fingers to the outside of your right knee. And you try to sit up nice and tall here again. Pausing. You can always, if you're not loving this posture, you can try a different variation. You can stretch out through your left leg if you're twisting to the right. You can also cross that right leg over to the outside of your left leg. You can eventually maybe even push the outside of your knee with your elbow. And again, soften through your face, soften through your jaw, your neck and your shoulders. Just gonna cross my arm and go just a little bit deeper. But you do that on your own time. I'll stay here for 3 more breaths. And then at the end of your next exhalation, slowly release, come back to center. Just bring this leg off the other, if the leg was on the other leg, just rock it a little bit, helping to loosen up your hip, roll through your foot and ankle. And decide how you want to be positioned for a twist to the other side. I'm going to add a little bit of support underneath my hips. You can always do that. And I'm just going to bend the left knee. You can bend both knees if you like that variation. Sitting up nice and tall. The trick is to find the positioning that helps you relax. You can feel your body settling. With each breath, your body releases a little bit more into the pose, especially on a long exhalation. And we're going to hold for about 3 or 4 more breaths. At the end of your next exhalation, slowly release, come back to center. And we're going to come off our seat and transition over onto all fours. Do a little bit of hip circling. A nice slow movement. Circling through your hips, you can let them come back towards your feet in opposite direction. This time as you take your hips back, let's take them over a little bit more to the left side and reach the arms over to the right side of your mat. If you want to rest your head here with the support, and slide a pillow block underneath it. You stay for about 4 or 5 more breaths. And slowly shifting your hips back to center, your arms back to center. Come up again. Before we go to the other side, you can come back to table, rolling through your hips a bit more. Maybe this time also doing a bit of the cat-cow. Inhale to look forward, lifting your chin. Exhale, chin towards your chest. And this time as you exhale, let's slowly pull the hips back, maybe a little bit more towards the right, with the hips and arms reaching towards the left side of your mat. Again, you can slide something underneath your head. Just feeling that gentle side bend right through your right side of your body. And staying here for 3 or 4 more breaths. And slowly return back to center, arms straight up in front and popping up over your hands. We're gonna then come down, so lower down onto your belly. And bring your head up with your arms sliding out in front into the Sphinx pose. So get comfy here. If you need to slide your arms out a little bit more, please do that. Soften through your feet and your legs. And you can slightly lift through your chin. You might want to press a little down through your elbows if they're right underneath your shoulders. You feel a nice gentle stretch in the front of your neck. And hold for just a few more breaths. And to come out of this, just slide your arms forward. Lower your head down for a moment. And bring your feet up into the air. And just roll your lower legs and feet around in a circling motion. Really nice for the knees. In opposite direction. And circle your ankles too. Switch your legs back and forth. And come back to center with your legs and feet release. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to push off the belly. And we're going to come straight back into a nice supported child's pose. So I'm going to use my pillow again, right in front. Maybe a little more support for the head. You can let your arms rest forward, or if you'd like, your arms can reach back, palms up towards your feet. Your choice. We'll just let the body settle and sink here. Breathing in, feeling your breath fill up through your back a bit more. And as you exhale, feel your back release. Take a longer breath in through your mouth a few times. And stay here for 4 or 5 more breaths. When you're ready to come out, and slide your hands right underneath your shoulders and slowly push back up. And we are going to transition again. So we're going to bring the feet out to the side, come back to your seat, and now we'll lie down. So for the next few things, if you have, again, something you can use, like a pillow, folded blanket, I'm going to use my blocks. So we're going to come down slowly onto the back from the lower back, sink through your mid back, and then let your shoulders come down. Resting here for a few breaths. And I'm going to take a block and place it underneath the hips here. So right underneath the pelvis, the sacral area. Again, if you just have something, a cushion you can use, that's great, or a folded blanket works really nice. We'll rest here if you want to bring another support if you have underneath. You can rest on 2 blocks or 2 cushions or a larger pillow bolster in the supported bridge pose. Rock your head from side to side a few times. And bring your head back to center. With your next breath in, reach your arms slowly up over your head. With your next breath out, slowly release your arms. And continue that for 2 to 3 more breaths. And at this time, bring your arms down. And whatever you're resting on, you can try bringing your feet off the floor, your knees in towards your chest for a moment. Well, if you'd like, you can also lift your legs up in the air for the waterfall pose. And with the blocks or cushion, whatever you've got for support underneath in the right place, it should feel fairly effortless to hold your legs in this position. So play around with that if it doesn't feel right. This is my absolute favorite pose to do right before bed. It's extremely calming to me. It helps me settle. And I often use it if I can't sleep in the middle of the night for some reason. I just turn myself around in my bed until my legs are up the wall. I'll hold here for a few more breaths. You can bend your knees again in towards your chest for a moment and bring one leg at a time slowly down. I'm on 2 blocks, so I'm going to push my feet down into the floor, lift up. I'm going to keep the remaining blocks. So if you have something a little lower as well, you can use. I bring my right knee in towards the chest and extend out through the left leg for a few breaths. And when you're ready, you can bring your other knee back in towards your chest and switch. So you're releasing your right leg out, keeping your left knee in. When you're ready, you can bring your other knee back in towards your chest. And then slowly bring your both feet back down to the floor. And we'll press the feet down, lift the hips up. If you have any support underneath your lower back, you can release it now. It might feel good to bring both knees to the chest. Rock around a little bit here. All right, before Shavasana today, we're going to end with the recline twist. If you want to reach your arms up out to the sides or cactus your arms, which means just bend at the elbows, let your lower arm and wrist and hand fully rest on the floor. Just rock the legs before we settle to one side. If you want to rock the legs from side to side a few times, you can keep your feet a little bit wider. So feet fairly wide, knees apart. And then come back to center and bring your feet closer together and your knees closer together. And this time, dropping your legs to one side. So you're stacking the legs one on top of each other. If you'd like, you can add a little support again. You can put something between the knees. Turn your head to the opposite side. And just let your body release down, sinking into the floor through your arms and shoulders, your head, right to your back, down to your low back and your hips. And feel your legs release a bit more downward. I'll hold here for a few more breaths. And next time you inhale, come back to center, slowly shifting. And then we'll bring the legs to the other side. And keep that opposite arm and shoulder down. And turn your head to the other side. Close your eyes and feel your body release into this pose. Let everything settle and sink. And support if you need to, between the knees, underneath the bottom knee. I'll stay here for a few more breaths. See if you can soften everywhere. Next breath in, slowly come back to center. And preparing for our relaxation. And if you're doing this practice close to bedtime, you can always transition to your bed actually, if you need to. And it's nice to go right to sleep. Practicing Shavasana. So if you want to get comfy in your bed, or just practice this on your own, moving your focus, your awareness through your body, inviting more release, more relaxation into each area. Start with your head, your face, Let the back of your head settle deeper. Let the jaw release. The neck soft, relaxed. Shoulders, shoulder blades sink. Arms comfortably heavy. Hands soften. Fingers soften. And down through your torso, your back, from the shoulders down to the back of your hips. Let the hips sink. And allow your breath to breathe you now, flowing freely without restriction or control. Softening through your chest, down towards your belly. And all the way through your legs, starting with your right hip, thigh, hamstring, knee, right lower leg, ankle, and foot, even your toes. Relax a bit more. And then through the left side, left hip, left upper leg, left knee, lower leg, left ankle and foot, right to your toes. Tune into the sensation of your body, to the soles of your feet, legs, upper body and arms, neck and head. Feel your whole body here. In this conscious relaxation. And being here in this state invokes deep healing for the whole body. Your whole body can rejuvenate. Feel yourself like this relaxed, more peaceful state. We'll stay here just for a few more breaths. And then you can begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rocking your head. Oh, you might want to reach your arms up over your head. Looks like you can also curl up knees to chest. You can come out of your Shavasana whenever you're ready. And as you transition from your yoga practice into the rest of your day or night, we'll keep that sense of peace and relaxation. Keep our movement slow, and especially if we're right before bed. Thank you. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and night, and we'll see you again soon.